Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for all those that are tuning in to today's Lead Generation Masterclass. I'm your host, Alex Smith, and today's subject is all about leadership specifically in consulting. So, whether you're a B2B business consultant or maybe you're a business coach or a health wellness coach, any sort of kind of skill where you're sharing your knowledge and expertise and you're growing your business, you're working for yourself, you might have a small team. So this is going to be hopefully very inspiring for you. I'm going to share a little bit about leadership in my own life, in my own journey as well. So welcome. Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Thank you for all those that are tuning in onto the live stream here on LinkedIn. Also going live to YouTube, and this will also be made available at a later date in our school community. I'll tell you a little bit more about our school community later on and how that works. So let's just make a start and kick this off. So my name's Alex Smith. I'm the founder of Leadeth. What is Leadeth? Well, over the years, I've had the privilege of helping B2B coaches and consultants achieve real sustainable and scalable growth by combining ethical scales techniques with cutting edge marketing strategies. Now, the beautiful thing about being a leader, certainly in the digital marketing field and in lead generation, is that my journey's taught me some really valuable lessons about leadership, not just in business, but in creating really high performance teams, driving vision, and inspiring others to succeed. So a little bit about my backstory. Probably about 12 years ago now, I started an e-commerce business, scaled that up over the course of about 11 years. For the last 4 years, I kind of moved away to a different town, left a team in place there to kind of run the business without me. So just touching base each week with the team and brought new leaders into that business who could run it in my absence. So leadership is very much about empowering others. And I've found that kind of real growth happens when you lead with purpose, lead with clarity, and lead with trust. So this session is going to be normally there's a Zoom masterclass that runs alongside this. Numbers have been dwindling on the live in-person Zoom, so we're actually just putting this out there as a bit of content which people can tap into anytime. So thank you so much for joining me, and delighted to get started. So now let's begin our conversation today. I'd like to start with a simple yet profound question. What is leadership? To you, what is leadership? Feel free to put your comments in the chat. We can hopefully have a look here. We've got some little tools and features that can bring up the chat onto the screen. So if you've got any thoughts about what leadership is to you, feel free to share that. So John Maxwell, I've got some of his books on my shelf. There's this, let me pull it out of a bookcase behind me. This one here, John C. Maxwell, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. This is actually an older version. It's been revised by John Maxwell recently in the last year or so. And he's an incredible, John C. Maxwell's an incredible teacher when it comes to leadership, highly regarded leadership expert. And he puts it quite succinctly: leadership is influence. You are always leading. I really love this definition because it strips down leadership to its core, influence. Whether we realize it or not, in every interaction, in every decision, and certainly every relationship, we're continually influencing others. So when you think about that influence, we're not only, constantly having that sense that we're leading, but as consultants or coaches, the work we do with our clients and our colleagues and our teams really hinges on that influence. And the way we lead and inspire change, it doesn't come from any job titles or authority. It actually comes from the way that we guide and shape the outcomes of our work through the influence that we hold. So think about this. How are you currently influencing your clients? How is your leadership, your influence, helping them to navigate challenges, drive growth, and create real positive transformation in their businesses? So leadership is not confined just to people who are at the top of an organizational chart. It's actually something that we all engage in every single day, especially in consulting and the coaching space, which is where I predominantly have been operating the last few years. So, as we move through today's session, we're going to explore really practical ways in which we can harness this influence to really drive meaningful change for our clients, and how doing so can also help us to generate more leads, build stronger relationships, and also help us to grow our business. So, buckle up. We've probably got around about 40 minutes on this journey. So now that we've kind of defined leadership as influence, let's talk about why it's especially crucial in the world of consulting. Consulting is not just about offering your expertise and skills, it's actually about guiding clients through change, challenges, and also growth. And leadership plays a real pivotal role in how we do that. So let's break it down into three key areas. So we've got influence on project outcomes. So the success of any single project often hinges on your ability to lead, whether it's getting buy-in from stakeholders, steering the direction of a strategy, or making critical decisions under pressure. As consultants, we are the catalysts for change, and our leadership directly influences the trajectory of the projects we manage. Secondly, building client trust and credibility. So, leadership is really essential for building trust with clients. They look to us not just for our technical abilities, but guidance, our confidence, and our reassurance. And strong leadership really builds credibility. When a client trusts us, they're much more likely to value our advice, leading to better collaboration and certainly long term relationships going forward. And thirdly, inspiring and motivating teams. So whether you're working on your clients' internal teams or whether you're leading a team of your own, effective leadership is really what inspires and motivates people to push through challenges. Consultants who lead by example often communicate with a clear vision, and they can empower others to see greater engagement and better performance from the teams they work with. So, in short, leadership is not just a nice to have thing in consulting, but it's a must. It's pivotal. It's why I've put it uh, right in the middle of my masterclass series, because I feel leadership is really key to growth. So hopefully we're going to see some great outcomes, some longer lasting partnerships as a result of embracing this training today. Here's a lovely quote. This quote's from a guy called Jack Welch. And Jack was the CEO of General Motor Group. You might know them as Ford Motor Company. And it beautifully captures the shift in focus that happens when we step into leadership. Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. And when you become a leader, success is all about growing others. So when we become leaders, the measure of success changes. It's no longer about our own achievements, but about how we help others. And in consulting, this couldn't be more relevant. Our success is it's not just about delivering great results, but it's about empowering our clients, guiding their teams, and enabling others to really thrive. So effective leadership really starts to shift the focus from ourselves to the impact we have on other people's success. I love this bit. Leading by example. So when it comes to leadership, one of the most powerful ways to influence others is by leading through example. And often, as consultants, the way we conduct ourselves really sets the tone for how we want our clients and their teams to act. So let's look at three key areas where leading by example can really make a difference. So setting standards and expectations. Leadership starts with clarity. By setting high standards for ourselves and communicating ultra clear expectations, what we're doing is we're showing others what's possible. And in consulting, if we hold ourselves to a really high level of professionalism, then and also integrity, and also how we perform, what we're doing is we're encouraging our clients and their teams to really kind of rise up to that same standard. Demonstrating accountability. So true leaders own their actions, both the successes and the mistakes. We can, when we start to demonstrate this accountability, we're teaching those around us the value of responsibility. And in consulting, this means being honest when things don't go as they've planned, taking steps to resolve issues. Clients will respect us a lot more for being upfront and accountable, which in turn strengthens us. And inspire through action. So people who will basically follow what we do, and they not just what we say. So it's all about the doing and not the saying. So when we show commitment, perseverance, and have a results orientated kind of mindset, we're actually inspiring others to adopt the same attitude. So in consulting, this can mean going that extra mile to ensure a project is going to be really successful. Showing up really engaged, taking huge amounts of initiative to solve problems before they start to escalate. So leading by example is really showing others the way, not just telling them. It's about modeling the behaviors that we want to see in our clients and our teams. Here we have the TLC triad. It's TLC because it's trust, leverage, and also communication. A simple but really powerful framework that outlines three essential pillars of leadership. And these pillars form the foundation upon which strong leadership is built. So trust is right at the tip there of the pyramid. Without trust, leadership falters. As a consultant or a coach, we need to build trust with our clients from day one. And trust will really allow us to lead with influence rather than authority. And it's the foundation of kind of rock solid, long-term, meaningful relationships. So clients can start to trust us. They know that, we have their best interests at heart, and that from that comes honesty and reliability and delivering on our promises. In the middle of the pyramid, we kind of have this engagement. But what this is about is leverage. And great leaders really kind of know how to leverage their resources, people, and time to achieve the best outcomes. And in consulting, this means knowing how to maximize the strengths of a team, utilizing the right tools, deploying strategies that produce efficient results. It's all about using your influence to empower others and helping them to grow whilst delivering tangible results. And the C is often for communication, right at the top of the pyramid. I think my drawing is a little bit off, but communication is another key part of this. And leadership without clear, effective communication simply just doesn't work. Without, whether we're guiding our clients through a strategic shift, presenting new ideas, or managing a team, our ability to communicate clearly and confidently is going to be the key to inspiring that action and achieving results. So the best leaders are those who can articulate their vision really coherently and ensure that everyone understands their role in achieving it. So by focusing on these three pillars, trust, leverage, and communication, we can become not just effective consultants, but actually true leaders who really inspire change and drive success for our clients. I'm going to get that diagram updated because I think I don't know where we've picked that up, but yeah, communication is key, leverage, and also trust. So what we've got here is another quote. This guy here, Stephen Covey, his quote reminds me of something really vital. Trust is the biggest business commodity of the decade. Without trust, business and relationships falter. So again, the importance there of trust in today's business world, an era where people are increasingly selective about who they work with. Trust becomes the currency that builds solid relationships and long-term partnerships. And thinking about my days back in kind of BNI, Business Networking International, trust was a key thing. You've got to build that trust before you can recommend your client base or your address book with other people in your circle. So that trust is key. Without trust, projects will start to stall, communication starts to break down, and ultimately those relationships, whether business or personal, will falter. As consultants or clients, we need to ensure that we're here to guide them in the right direction, and that trust really helps. We've got their best interests at heart, and we deliver what we promise. So building and maintaining that trust is really essential for any sustained success. So business at its core is built on relationships. No matter what industry we're in, the quality of our relationships determines the success of our business. Whether we're dealing with clients, partners, team members, the strength of these connections directly impacts how we collaborate, innovate, and also drive results. Now, as this slide suggests, the foundation of every relationship is built on trust. We've also spoken about trust in the previous few slides. So trust really enables us to open that communication, mutual respect, and a willingness to work together towards this common goal. Without trust, that relationship remains very superficial, and businesses will suffer as a result. So in the consultancy and coaching space, this is especially true. Our relationships with clients are really what determine the effectiveness of our work. It's not just about delivering a solution, but it's actually about being seen as a trusted advisor, as someone who can really rely on during troubled times. When you're going through those challenges, and knowing that we're genuinely invested in their success. So in today's business landscape, fostering trust and not just a strategy necessarily is vital. So there's 5 ways that you can build trust, and building trust does take time and it takes constant effort, but there are clear, actionable ways that we can foster trust in our relationships with clients, colleagues, and team members. So let's go over 5 key principles that are going to help us to maintain trust. Firstly, we need to be capable. We need to be capable of performing job responsibilities. So trust begins with competence. When clients know that we have the skills and expertise to deliver results, they're much more likely to trust us. And this means continually honing our craft, staying up to date in our field, demonstrating our ability to meet expectations. Committed. So we need to show commitment to doing a good job. People can really trust those who are dedicated. When we show commitment by going that extra mile, being proactive and showing genuine care for the outcome, that builds real confidence in our leadership. Clients will start to see that we're as invested in their success as they are. We need to be dependable. So we need to follow through on any promises. Reliability is key to trust. So we build it by constantly following through on what we say we'll do, meeting deadlines, keeping promises, being available. We need this, the signal to be going out there that tells everyone that we are dependable with, and that really strengthens our client relationships. Do not deceive. So avoid any deception or personal gain. Integrity, one of my key values here, integrity is a non-negotiable. Trust can quickly be destroyed by dishonesty, even in small ways. By being transparent, even when it's difficult, we protect that trust we've built, and clients need to know that they can take us at our word. Don't intentionally sabotage. So never sabotage to get even. So finally, the 5th point here is never let any personal frustrations lead to actions that harm others. In the consulting space, that means avoiding any behaviors that might undermine a client's progress or a colleague's efforts. Trust is about prioritizing long-term relationships over short-term emotions. So by focusing on these 5 principles, capability, commitment, dependability, honesty, and integrity, we can really ensure that we're consistently building and maintaining trust, which is the bedrock to every successful business relationship. So this statement here, trust builds the bridge between the business need for results and the human need for connection. So that's where the trust lies. It's that bridge between those business need for business results and the human need for connection. So the statement just beautifully encapsulates the dual nature of our work in consulting. On one hand, we operate in a very results-driven environment where achieving outcomes is crucial. Clients expect us to deliver real measurable results that are going to drive their business forward. And on the other hand, we've got inherently we're social beings, and the human need for that connection can really not be overlooked. We thrive on relationships, understanding, and also collaboration. Trust is that vital link that bridges those two words: connection, connecting the cold, the hard numbers of business outcomes with the very warm, softer emotional needs of that human interaction. And that's the key with a lot of people talk about AI currently. It's how you can get AI to start building that trust. That's going to be the interesting bit. When trust is present, it allows us to achieve results much more effectively. Clients are much more likely to be open and honest and share their challenges and collaborate with us to find solutions. And they feel much more secure in the partnership, which engages much greater engagement and innovation. Conversely, when trust is lacking, even the best strengths and strategies will really fall flat, and clients may start to withhold information, they may hesitate to share their concerns, or they may just disengage entirely. That's why cultivating this trust is not just an ethical obligation, but it's actually a strategic necessity. So as consultants or coaches, our role is to build that bridge, create an environment where results can flourish while also nurturing those connections that make the results meaningful. So trust is really what transforms those transactional relationships into partnerships that really inspire growth and success. When we talk about being human connections, there's two critical qualities that start to emerge, and these are empathy and emotional intelligence. So empathy is that ability to understand and share the feelings of others. And in our role as consultants or coaches, showing empathy means we take the time to really listen to our clients and truly grasp their challenges, their concerns, and their aspirations. And when we approach our interactions with empathy, we start to communicate that we actually care about our clients as individuals, not just as a business transaction. And that really deepens and fosters a much stronger connection, paving the way for an open dialogue and a really, really long-term collaboration. Emotional intelligence, on the other hand, emotional intelligence refers to our ability to perceive, evaluate, and respond to our own emotions and the emotions of others. And leaders with real high emotional intelligence can actually start to navigate real complex interpersonal dynamics and manage conflicts much more effectively, and foster a real positive environment. And in consulting, this skill really enables us to read the room, to adapt our communication styles and respond to clients' emotional cues. Helps us to create a real safe space where clients feel valued and understood. So together, empathy and emotional intelligence really empower us to build authentic relationships with clients. And these qualities just help us to understand what our clients need from a business perspective, but also how they feel about the challenges that we're implementing. So by fostering these traits within ourselves, we can really create a stronger human connection that's really going to drive successful outcomes. Ultimately, when clients feel understood and valued, they're much more likely to engage fully and embrace the transformation as we guide them through. So leading with empathy involves understanding the perspectives of both your team and your clients. And this means actively listening, showing genuine concern, and really responding to their needs and challenges. Empathy builds that stronger trust in the relationship. And because people feel heard and valued, it also enhances the communication. And as empathetic leaders, we're now better at picking up on those non-verbal cues, and we can now respond appropriately. And in consulting, where trust and collaboration is key, leading with empathy will really significantly improve our effectiveness and the satisfaction of those that we're working with. So, building a leadership brand actually involves defining and communicating your unique leadership style. You can start by reflecting on your values and how they influence your approach to leadership. So, your vision, it needs to be really clear and inspiring. We need to guide your actions and your decisions. That vision, and consistency is key. When you can demonstrate consistency, the team and clients will start to see you as a real reliable and trustworthy. And by consistently demonstrating that your leadership qualities, that is going to be a strong brand that's going to attract clients and certainly motivate your team. So, developing essential leadership skills is an ongoing process. Critical thinking and decision making are at the core of effective leadership. These skills will allow you to really analyze situations, weigh up the options, and make really informed decisions. And that emotional intelligence that we spoke about earlier, that is equally important. That's being aware of your emotions and those around you, and that's kind of using that awareness to really manage those interactions effectively. So the third thing here on developing these leadership skills, effective delegation. We've got to have this skill. It's crucial. Delegating tasks appropriately will empower your team. It fosters more trust, and it also ensures that you can focus on specific priorities. So, what's change management, and what is it all about? A lot of people talk about change management, but change management is a critical skill in consulting. Successful change management starts with thorough planning, and it involves understanding the scope of the change, its impact, and also the steps that are going to be needed to implement it. Once this change plan is in place, then managing any resistance is really crucial. People naturally resist change. I quite enjoy change, but my wife, she's completely polar opposite to me. She can't stand change. It really throws her. So it's important to kind of address and communicate clearly, address any concerns, and involve key stakeholders in that process. And finally, sustaining change requires ongoing support and monitoring. So ensuring that the new processes are constantly reinforced, and that there's a mechanism to really help you to continually to improve that whole process. So it's all about building a kind of high performance team, and that starts with the recruitment right at the very start. How you go about doing your onboarding, hiring individuals really aligned with your values, that they need to have the skills needed to succeed. So a thorough onboarding process really helps new people coming into an organization to really get them integrated quickly to understand their roles. Fostering a collaborative culture is essential. It helps us to encourage teamwork, that open communication, and that mutual respect. And we need to provide continuous opportunities for development through training and mentorship, and regularly reaching out to our team to support them with whatever resources they need and giving them feedback that they need to excel. Here's a great cartoon here. It says, I'll just make it a little bit bigger on the main screen for those on LinkedIn, but it says at the top here, I'd like to accept this award on behalf of our team, but I must add that we were aligned with a vision. We were empowered to succeed and made to feel valued, engaged, responsible, and committed to achieve our goals, all by our true leader, who is hiding in the back. So there's a little guy there peeking out the back in a black suit, and then all the others are in white at the front. So I love that slide. It's great because the key takeaways for me are: number one, alignment with a vision. The speaker kind of emphasizes that the team's success starts from really being aligned with that clear vision. And as leaders, our responsibility is really to articulate that vision really effectively so everyone understands their role in achieving it. And when the team shares a common goal, they can work together really cohesively, driving success of the project or initiative. Secondly, think about empowerment and value. The words empowered to succeed, that really kind of made to feel valued. They're crucial here. Effective leaders really empower their teams by giving them autonomy and help them to take ownership of their work. When team members feel really valued, they're much more likely to engage and fully contribute their best efforts, which leads to much better outcomes for the whole team. Um, Thirdly, engagement and responsibility. So the recognition of feeling engaged, responsible, and committed. That really just highlights the importance of fostering this culture of accountability. When team members are really engaged, they're not just completing tasks, ticking boxes, but they're genuinely invested in the project's success. And that sense of ownership is really vital for driving results. And fourthly, the role of the leader. Whilst the leader is positioned at the back of the cartoon there, that just underscores the key truth about leadership. The best leaders often empower their teams to shine. They create the environment where team members can really flourish and make them feel like the heroes in the story. Great leaders celebrate the team's achievements. So whilst guiding them from behind, ensuring that everyone feels included in the success. So let that cartoon just serve as a little reminder about your role as a leader. And it's important to cultivate this environment where our teams feel really aligned, valued, and empowered, and allowing them to take center stage in the achievements. Here's another quote, the final quote from me. Nelson Mandela once said, it's better for, I'll just make that a little bigger for you on the main screen so you can see it. But he said it's better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when nice things occur. You can take the front line when there is danger. Then people will appreciate your leadership. And this quote just really highlights the essence of servant leadership. By prioritizing our team's achievements and stepping back to let them shine, we're actually creating an amazing environment where they feel really valued and empowered. However, true leadership also means being willing to step up, and protect your team when challenges arise. It's about balancing that humility with strength. And when we lead this way, we're not only building that trust and appreciation, but we're allowing our teams to really flourish under our guidance. So in terms of what the leadership end game looks like, let's just close off on this slide. So to create a high performance, culture, we're going to need a few things. So we're going to need everyone aligned behind a shared vision. We're going to need people that are motivated, engaged, and eager to go that little extra mile. We're going to need clients that love working with you are vital here. And stakeholders who will help collaborate on, just to ensure the business is successful. So it needs everyone. So it's about creating this win-win environment for everyone. I hope you found this information useful. I just wanted to share a few little bits with you now about what the next steps are for you guys. So Leadeth, we actually have a complimentary school group, a community. We've got 280 members in the community, and on the community we offer discussions, exclusive resources, networking opportunities with like-minded professionals. So by joining the free community, you'll actually gain access to all the recordings of our previous masterclass sessions, and you'll get to learn some advanced techniques to really enhance your LinkedIn engagement. And that's what my focus and passion is about. It's all about LinkedIn, reaching out to people, building relationships, building trust. So joining is very, very simple. It's a great way to continue your own learning journey, which we picked up on in today's presentation, and going beyond this session. So just want to say thank you to Eric. Hi, Eric. Thank you for tuning in on the live stream. Great to have you with us today. And to access the school community, it's very easy. Just head over to leadeth.io/school. There's the web address. For those of you tuning in, I'll try and pop a link in the chat so you've got access to that. But it's leadeth.io/school. And that's where you can access the community. You can also scan the QR code on your screen now to join that. Additionally, I'd love to offer you a free one-to-one discovery consultation. And during this call, it's normally about 60 minutes for an hour long. We discuss your current lead generation efforts. We identify any pain points, and we actually create a personalized plan that's going to help you to achieve your business goals using the Leadith powerful LinkedIn outreach software. And it's very much a no pressure call, focused solely on helping you to optimize your strategies and overcome any obstacles. It's great training for me as well. I just love meeting new people, getting into conversations, and being able to support you. So if you're interested in that, head over to leadith.io /discovery. That will take you to my calendar where we can get you booked in for a discovery call. So just coming to a close really. So next week, so these are weekly sessions. Next week, we're looking at building teams that thrive. It's all about the collaboration formula. So we're going to learn the secrets to retaining your top clients and also ensuring a steady stream of income through satisfaction and loyalty. So we're looking at client satisfaction surveys, exclusive offers for repeat clients, and how to create those effective feedback loops. So some of the things that we'll be looking at, building teams that thrive next week. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today on the live stream. As I say, this also goes out to YouTube. It's been a pleasure to present some things with you today. Feel free to keep up the conversation, share this with your friends who if you think it's been relevant to someone you know, do share the content, because that really emphasizes what we're doing and helps me to spread the message further about Leadith. So yeah, thanks for tuning in.